Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at Augustus Cole, aka Cole Train from NECA. This figure was released in 2011. And this one's actually part of the Gears of War 3 franchise. I believe most of the figures that I've reviewed so far from the Gears of War are all from the Gears of War 3. I do believe there's Gears of War and Gears of War 2. I just really liked the Gears of War 3, how they were a little bit more detailed already and more, you knew the figure a lot more. Like on the first one, yeah, I know you get, you got Marcus, Dom, Baird, and Cole, and you know them, but they're just their detail on the figures in the video game weren't that good. They started getting a little bit better when the second one came out, and when the third one came out, the detail was completely there. It was so refined. And that's kind of one of the reasons I actually got, started getting the Gears of War 3. But anyway, so this is Augustus Cole, aka the Cole Train. Getting a good 360 view of the figure. Oh man, this figure just goes so amazing with the rest of my figures. If you guys have been keeping up with my videos and, with the Gears of War that I've been doing, you know that I've been saving one for last, and I will be doing him, here, shortly, so you guys can see him, and I will have the full lineup of the gears. So what we're gonna do next is bring down Augustus Cole from the turntable and just take a look at everything that the figure comes with. Alrighty, everyone, as you can see, like all the other Gears of War figures that I've done, they only come, or this one only comes with one accessory as well. I think the only other one that I reviewed so far that came with more than one accessory was the Locust Grunt. He came with 3 accessories. He had, the Hammer Burst, he had the Lancer, and he had the pistol. This one, Augustus Cole, only comes with the one shot. It's not the long shot, it's the one shot from Gears of War 3. I had to do a lot of research on that because this obviously does not look like the one. I am currently playing Gears of War 2. I recently finished Gears of War, and yeah, this looks nothing like the long shot. So I had to look it up. I haven't played Gears of War 3 in a while, so I did have to look it up. And overall, going into it, I don't know if they could have really gave Cole. They should have really not gave. They shouldn't have gave Cole this. I know they were trying to mix it up a little bit, but I don't know. When you think of Cole, especially from the first game, I know this is not from the first game. It's kind of based off the third. It is, Gears of War 3. But in the first game, he just went so hard with the Gnasher, the shotgun, which, that's him. But, obviously in the third one, I haven't played it, so maybe I haven't seen that he has this all the time. So anyway, so going into the accessory and the gun itself, I mean, it's, as far as the paint detail is, it's there, but it's not like, it's all silver, as you can see, all painted silver. But there is little hints of kind of like a dry wash, like a dry black wash to it, so where it kind of gives like a little bit of detail. Like the handle right here is black, it's different color. There's different coloration right here, but there's so much detail, intricate detail to it, and that's what I really like about this. It's simple, but it's not. As you can see, all the detail there. It's really there. Like they give it a good wash and make it kind of look like, like a gunmetal. Right, the pads right here that make it look like they're worn, and so I really like the amount of detail they put on this. Now here's a frame part of it. You can actually see the hole right there. On the scope, they don't really do it justice. I'm sorry, I just bumped it. They don't really do justice on the scope itself. They kind of give it like this blue little tint, and that's it. Same with the back of it. There you go. But overall, I mean, I can't really go over this one too much because I don't know nothing about this. It's from a video game. It's not like it's, from like the Punisher, and he has a 1911, and I can go into detail about the gun itself. This one is just, I have to really be in awe of how it just looks and the color, and that's it. And if it's close to representation of the accessory it comes with, then so be it. So overall, I do like the color of it. It's a nice silver gunmetal look, color with very, very small touches of details that you can really, pay attention to and get a good look at. So that's the only thing that the figure comes with. And what we're going to do next is get the figure and take a closer look. Alrighty, folks. So here he is, Augustus Cole, or Cole Train. We're going to get the camera and just pull it up and kind of look it down. There we go. And looking at this figure, I do want to say the paint application overall on this actually, before we go any further, I always forget to do this. We're gonna get the height on this figure, and he stands a little over 7 inches. He's about 7 1/4, maybe a little bit taller. I want to say he's almost 7 3/8. He's between 7 1/4 and a 7 3/8. They still call him a 7-inch figure though. But anyway, so going into over this figure, we'll go from top to bottom. The head sculpt is just very, very nice head sculpt. I mean, you can see the earrings on him. That is just so amazing. I mean, you can see the veins in his neck. You can see like the wrinkles around like the headband, like the little veins up here, the wrinkles around his head. That is just so awesome to me that they paid so much attention for that detail. And I'm going down from there, like the vest itself. It's just, I like the intricate colors that it comes with. You know, the different colors. When you pay attention to the first one and the second one, you don't really, you don't notice all this stuff. It's just kind of like there, and it's just kind of all silver and blackish. That's kind of it. It isn't until about the second one when it kind of start having like the lights on it. As you can see back here, it kind of has that blue. That blue is actually the lights. That they're supposed to be lights. But it isn't until the third one where they actually start getting color to their vest and things like that. So that's why I can really appreciate the third one. And that's why I wanted to go with the third, you know, Gears of War 3 line of the figures, because there's just so much more detailed than the first two would have been. So yeah, you know, going off of his arms, I do like how I'm gonna say this just because I've noticed some figures don't do it, but the skin tone between his head, his neck, and his arms are all the same. I know there's been some figures, I believe like the John Wick ones, the Mayfex John Wicks, the head sculpt and like the hands, they just didn't match. The skin tone wasn't there, and you can really tell that this one is, you know, it matches pretty nice. The gloves and the gauntlets here are just very nicely detailed. There's just so much going on with this figure when you look at the figure that you don't really know what to look at and to pay attention to. Going back here, take another look at the back. This one also does have a hole for the pegs of the gun. Unfortunately, you can't peg the one shot on him. At least I was kind of paying attention to the gun. I didn't see a place to peg it here. So unfortunately you can't peg it, but I do appreciate that they actually do put a peg here just in case you have, you know, extra lancers or hammer bursts and you can put one on them. But going down his this figure, looking at his waist, his belt, you know, he has a canteen of water right there. You know, a few pouches. Back pockets there, kind of flimsy black pockets. Actually as a belt is kind of flimsy as well. Big pocket on his. I don't really know what to call this. I mean, these are boot gauntlets. Are these like kind of like thigh gauntlets? I don't know, like the thigh guards. Nice big old pocket there, and then he has some shotgun shells on the other side. I like the detail on that. And then his boot gauntlets are just, this one, it kind of like they did a really nice detail on the boots and the gauntlets of the boots, but like right here they're kind of like they're just kind of like, oh, put some paint on there, it looks good. And then it kind of looks a little spotty to me, like, I mean, no pun intended, it is spots, but it looks like too messed up and doesn't look neat like the rest of the character does. And I don't like this part right here. Let's see what else. As a matter of fact, here you go, see, look, this one looks a lot more better, even though it kind of has a little bit still that look like the other one does. It doesn't look so spotty like the other one does. Looks a lot better in detail. Get one more look at the back of the figures. You can see the back of the boot gauntlets. And then the bottom of the figure. There you go. So that's the figure. Great detail. I mean, NECA always does great work with the detail and paint application. Not that the other companies and other figures that I've reviewed don't, but just NECA is always top of the line when it comes to that, and that's why I always go to NECA. As you guys will see later on, I have a lot more NECA than I do any other figure, which I should know. You know, thinking of it now, I should have probably started with my NECA figures as opposed to the ones I did start with, because soon I'm gonna run out of other figures to review, and they're all just gonna be NECA, and I mean, I don't know if you guys like the NECA line, or if you guys just really just more care about the figure itself and don't care about the company that makes it. So anyway, so what we're gonna do next is go over the figure's articulation. Alrighty folks, so going over this figure articulation, what we'll do is go from top to bottom. I know you guys can see I have a tan there. It's been kind of warm out here, and I always wear a watch, and I'm actually starting to peel a little bit. Here you go. So I got a good tan. I always wear a watch in this one. I'm not really wearing it right now because I actually kind of don't want to wear it today, so I can see if I can cover that spot up. But anyway, going forward with the figure articulation top to bottom, his head does turn 360. It does turn 360, but it doesn't because his chin hits part of his vest right here, and so it hinders that. So he does have like a nice almost 90 turn that way and a good 90 turn this way. He doesn't have any movement forward and back or side to side, so he does have a butterfly joint, as you can see there. You can see it actually a lot better right here. This is the butterfly joint. If you guys don't know what it is, there it is. Nice forward butterfly joint and back. He does have a 360 turn at the shoulder. He doesn't have no bicep movement. This one does have a double joint at the elbow. I don't really want to kind of like, because I know this figure is in 2011. It's 10 years old. I have him at a museum pose. There we go. So I don't really move him too much, and the plastic's a little bit brittle, and I'm afraid I might maybe push it too much and break it. So if for some reason I know I can't, I won't push it, but I will tell you 100% sure that it does have a double bend at the elbow, just because it has the two joints right there. Unfortunately, this one, because it does have the gauntlets at the arm and his big bicep and the gauntlets at the arm hinder it from going further than 90 degrees, even though it does have the double bend to make it go further. So that's quite unfortunate. Putting his arms up, they actually go up to about there, and obviously they go down to about there. They actually go down quite a bit. I believe if it wasn't for this stuff, they actually go down a little bit further. Let's see. He does have, I kind of want to call it a torso because his waist is more like right here. So I do want to say he has movement at the torso, which is, back to about there, and he goes forward to about there. Let's see. He does not have any side to side, like going, turning. He doesn't have it side to side this way. So he has no movement this way. It's just forward and back. And he has no movement at the waist there. So let's see, as far as his legs go, he does have, oh, this one, okay, there we go, a little bit brittle. He goes forward to about there, which this figure, I believe from all of them, other than Anya, Anya's, her movement, if it wasn't for the manufacturer's mistake, her movement will probably be the best out of all of them. But so far, Cole's leg actually goes up the best. The rest of them are just kind of like, and I'm done, So his leg goes up very, very well. As far as it going back, it goes back very well as well. I can appreciate that a lot, because the other ones are just kind of like, hold on, right there, and I'm like done, because they're thigh protectors, I guess you can call it. They're always hits right here, so they don't have much movement. Let's see, it actually goes sideways, but this one actually does hinder it. So this one only goes up to about there, and this one goes up a little bit higher, but it also starts hindering it because of the this little accessory it has right there, which is not really accessory, it's part of the belt, but it hinders it from right there. Let's see what else. The knee, I do want to say there's a double bend at the knee, but I can't really tell because of the boot gauntlet and because of this up here. And even if it did have the let's see, actually there's no movement at it. No, I'm not gonna even try. His knee's kind of to the side a little bit, if you can tell here, see. But anyway, so there's no, I want to say there's no double bend at the knee, and even if there was, the thigh protector armor and the boot gauntlets here, or if they're boot armor, whatever you want to call them, they kind of hit each other, so they hinder the movement a lot, and so that goes back to about there. And forward, obviously it comes straight up again. As far as his ankle goes, he does have quite a it goes back quite a bit, and then forward you know, there's that hindrance of the boot protector there. And as far as his toe goes, we can put this back a little bit, but his toes, let's see if I can get some movement. There we go. There is movement at the toes. There you go. Yeah. So there he is, folks. Put him back right there. What we're going to do now is put him to the side and start doing some comparison. Alrighty, folks, so as far as comparisons go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this figure to the side just a little bit, and I'm going to bring out the figures that I reviewed in order first next to them, and then what I'll do is I'll get a good a shot with all of them in the picture so you guys can get a good look at all of them. So what we'll do is for now we'll bring, you know, I was trying to have him kind of look nice with his one shot, but it's either you have it all the way up or you have it all the way down, and there's really no in between. So it kind of, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of this gun with this figure. It's either like this to the ground, it almost looks like he's like, you know, jackhammering, or it's like up in the air and that's it. So this one kind of does have, there we go, got him standing up pretty nicely. Okay, you're good. Okay, so bringing out first, the first person will be is Dominic Santiago. Oh, what's wrong with your foot, man? Oh, there we go. There you go. Nice little picture. Nice little comparison. Actually, I do want to say the Coltrane's a little bit taller than Dom. As far as their muscle builds, they're both kind of, you know, beefy looking and stuff like that. So, yeah, they're that's just right there. That pick right there looks, or I'm sorry, that shot, not pick, but that shot right here with both of them right here just looks so amazing to me. It just looks so nice, you know, with, you know, Dom and Coltrane. You know, imagine I'll have them all four of them together would be a great pick. So anyway, so I'll keep saying pick. I'm sorry, great shot. You know, a great view. So anyway, taking out Dominic Santiago. I believe the next one that I did was the Locust Grunt. So we'll put the Coltrane next to the Locust Grunt. I do want to say maybe the Locust Grunt is a little bit taller than the Coltrane, but the Coltrane right now looks taller than him because the Locust Grunt is kind of hunched over a little bit. I believe if the Locust Grunt was standing up straight, he'd be probably taller than the Coltrane. And you can see this Locust. He's the Grunt. He's a little beefy too. He's kind of got a lot of muscle there. Also, this is a great view too. Having the Coltrane next to a Grunt like this is just, it's an awesome view. You can literally put any Gears of War figure next to a Grunt, and it just looks good because that's the whole lore of the Gears of War. So the next one I'm gonna take out the Locust Grunt here. And the next one I believe I did was Anya. This one I'm probably gonna have to hold because her legs are always, you know how the legs go. If you guys seen the video, there we go. She's kind of a little awkwardish. There we go. There we go. As you can see here, Anya is just really tiny compared to the Coltrane. I don't know why. I mean, even I guess in the video game she is kind of petite and thin and small, but you know she still runs around with Delta Squad, so you know you can't bash on her. You know, for her size, she's really up there. This is actually a good view too. I really like the view right here. Unfortunately, if you really want to get what's the word? If you really want to get like a great view and a realistic thing, like for example, if I have, we'll say, you know, Marcus Phoenix with Anya, with Coltrane, and with Baird, you can't have Dom in there because I don't believe Anya was with them before. You know, before Dom died. I believe it was not. It was until after he died. Spoilers. Where she joined Delta Squad. So anyway, so taking Anya out and then bringing the duo of these two. If you guys ever played the games, and if you guys have, you guys know what I'm talking about. When you bring out the Baird man, Damon Baird, when you bring these two out and you put them together, it's always these two, and it's always Marcus and Dom. So seeing these two together, it's just that view right here is just seeing the Coltrane and Baird together right here. This is the duo right here. That's just an amazing view right there with both of them together. So what I'm going to do is go like this. I'm going to put maybe Anya in the middle for now. Come on, let me back this up a little bit. Maybe have Anya in the middle. Right there we go. Have the Locust Grunt right here on the side, and then have Dom on this side. Now, I'm gonna say it this way, but before I say that, before I say what I was gonna say is, there's a lot of Gears of War 3, 2, 1 figures out there from NECA. But the main one that's really missing from this is Marcus Phoenix, and I actually have that figure. I will be doing a review on him, and I will get one more view of them all together like this, so you guys can get a good view of how they all look together. Alrighty, folks, so there he is, Augustus Cole, aka the Cole Train, from Gears of War 3, released in 2011 from NECA. If you guys like the video, please like and share it. Share it with everybody. Share it with your friends so they can, try to get my, subscriber count up there. I'm just, trying to get bigger. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I do have a set schedule. I don't have a set time, but I do have a set schedule of the day that I put videos out. I put them out every Sunday and Wednesdays. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything negative or positive to say, please comment it down below. It helps, whether it be a good question, a bad question, anything negative, anything positive, anything helps, with the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Also, if you guys want to see a sneak preview before YouTube, I do have an Instagram. Please give it a follow. The link's in the description down below. That being said, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.